Well, this is weird in a way. I mean, Labour's vision is they want to sign a foreign policy and security deal with the European Union, a treaty on that, and they want to tinker around the edges of the trade and cooperation agreement with a veterinary agreement, with an agreement on mutual recognition of qualifications, for instance. Now, there's several things that can be said about those things. Firstly, I think Labour are a little bit guilty of what Brits in general are guilty of, which is assuming A, that you people spend all your waking hours thinking about us and missing us, which I'm not convinced is necessarily true. So I don't think we're a priority for the European Union in the way that we assume we should be. And secondly, any negotiation with the European Union will be incredibly tricky. I think it took 10 years to get mutual recognition of qualifications for architects with Canada because the EU will defend its own position and its own workers. Uh, so, thirdly, I think I mean, apart from having bigger fish to fry, the EU will approach negotiations with the UK with a degree of trepidation, I think, as long as it's the case that any renegotiation will look to be unpicked as soon as we get another Conservative government. Why would you engage on a big long-term? I mean, Labour don't want a long-term renegotiation of the Trade and Cooperation Agreement at the moment, at least. But the final thing about what Labour is actually proposing, I think, is, even if we got a veterinary deal, even if we got mutual recognition, and I think it is far from certain we'll get either, they won't make a difference in economic terms. So Labour keep banging on about economic growth being central. Nothing they've said about the UK's relationship with the EU is going to generate that kind of growth.